take a walk on the woo-woo side with me. My name is Michelle Douglas and I'm an intuitive healer, coach and soul regression therapist. I help people to create health, wellness and prosperity in their lives through a process of clearing harmful or restrictive energies or beliefs. My ultimate goal is to empower you to create the life that you desire. For more information, visit findmysparkle.com. Hello. It's very early here on a Monday morning and we are going into episode 28. So today we're going to be talking about, surprise, A Course in Miracles. And we're up to lesson 18, which is called I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. To give you a little bit of an explanation about this one, this idea is not about what you see, but how you are seeing it. In other words, it's how you're perceiving what you see. So when you see a situation, a thing, a person, you are making, you're creating a reality or a meaning based on your perception, right? So in addition to this, the lesson implies that all the thoughts we think are actually being shared in the non-physical realm. So you might think that Susan isn't aware of your thoughts that you think she's being a cow, but on some level, she'll feel those thoughts. It'll only be subtle, but we're all connected, whether we like it or not. So she will have a subconscious awareness that something's going on there. We talk about Pam and see what she's got to say. So she says that because the majority of our interactions with others occur in the non-physical realm, she might as well be using an intercom to share what she thinks are her private thoughts. So the messages are being received by others and aren't actually private at all. She says we're constantly exchanging energy, not only with those in our inner circle, but with every other being on the planet. Yikes. So today's exercise is to look about you, selecting subjects for the application of today's idea as randomly as possible and keep your eyes on each one long enough to say, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of how I see blank. Conclude each practice period by repeating the more general statement, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. And up to a minute's all that's needed for today's exercise. Now, I wanted to continue on because I've got an example of how this could be relevant. And it's a story told by Esther Hicks during one of her channeling sessions where she talks about where she was booking a hotel for their events. Now, I might have told you this before in a previous episode or blog post or something, but I'll talk about it now because it's quite relevant to this lesson. She was experiencing some issues with a particular hotel where they had hosted many events. For some reason, every time they booked this venue, they ended up being double booked or the hotel would forget something important. It was more a pain in the backside, but it was always sorted in the end. It was quite frustrating for Esther and Jerry, her husband Jerry, and they had to do a bit of running around and had to deal with some unwanted extra stress as a result. So one night, Esther was talking to Abraham, that's who she channels, and asked, why does this hotel keep messing up our booking? Abraham replied, because you expect them to. Your energy is so strong in this belief that they are going to mess up your booking that they have no choice but to oblige. So what Abraham was actually saying was that because of how Esther was seeing this situation, in other words, her thoughts about it were that they would mess things up again, it was creating a reality to reflect those thoughts. The people at the hotel were subconsciously receiving her message loud and clear, and without even realizing it, they were living up to those expectations. Something to think about, hey? So I have a family member who always seems to have things going wrong for her. Restaurant orders get mixed up, click and collect grocery orders randomly get cancelled, online purchases turned up damaged, and it happens all the time. She asked me one day, why does this keep happening to me? And I replied, because you expect it to. If you have anything going on in your life that seems to be going wrong on a regular basis, maybe have a look or look inside and find out what thoughts are going through your mind or what beliefs do you have around that situation that's creating this reality for you. Do you have doubts about someone being able to follow through on something you've asked for or something like that? It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I shall leave you with that one and I shall talk to you later.